Computer. Awesome. So welcome Team Living Fit to our team call. Today is Tuesday, June 13th. I love whenever we like team up with squad, but it always feels like really, really good to then just have our team. Like I feel like I miss you guys whenever, because we have so many like guest speakers and then we take turns hosting the calls or whatever. So hold on a second, make sure I'm muting everybody. So I always miss you guys whenever we don't, hold on. Mute all. Cool. Okay, so everybody is muted or should be muted. If you need to unmute yourself or have questions or whatever during the call, you can always unmute yourself. Just raise your hand. Okay, so I want to start with some recognition from for those of you who rocked it last month and were able to change at least 3 lives and hit Success Club. Today was that webinar from John C. Maxwell. That was the May gift. If you guys hit Success Club, we earned that webinar with John C. Maxwell. I actually posted about it last night on the team page to remind you guys, and then I forgot about it myself this morning. But they always like give us a certain amount of time or whatever to go back and watch the recording. So I haven't checked, but hopefully they did that again this year or this time. Okay. And I posted our May Success Club graphic on my social media. Share my screen so you guys can see it. And I tagged everybody who is on the graphic. So if you haven't already, make sure you go over there and congratulate your teammates, your success partners, yourself, because it's just awesome whenever we're able to change lives. This is like being really slow. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, good. I think it's just on my side. It's like really slow for some reason. Okay, so anyways, I ended up the month, I had actually 58 points on my account, and then I had 4 on Aram's. I don't know why he had 4, but he had 4. So we ended up with 62 points total. Casey ended up with 20 points. Fabi with 18, Carla 18, Briseida 14, Nicole 14, Cindy 8, Giselle 8, Monica 6, Joy 6, Leonor 6, and Arcelia 6 points as well. So remember, all those points represent lives being changed. So again, if you haven't already, go to the post that I made this morning and shout out our team for rocking it and changing all those lives in May. We have Vanessa Baez end the month with 4. And she's a new coach, so that's always really, really exciting. Arlette 4, Shirley 4, Ariana 4, Amber Woods 4, Lucia 2, Maggie 2, Casey 2, Giselle 2, Yesenia 2, Cindy 2, Rebecca S 2, Mallory 2, and Mirna 2 points as well. So congrats, you guys. I'm really, really proud of you for hitting May. And for some reason, it's weird because usually whenever it's like a challenging month, it's like a challenging month all across the network. Like Lori, Tanya, and Ashley were all saying the same things, how like our teams were struggling that month. So I don't know what it is about May, but it seemed to be a more challenging month when it came to Success Club. So whether you hit it or not, congrats. But now we move forward. It's June. We focus on June. We focus on what we can control. And if you weren't able to achieve it last month, you get a clean slate this month to hustle your heart out and achieve it this month. And if you did achieve it last month, well, you just repeat those activities that you did last month, but you double them and triple them and make sure that you hit it this month as well. Okay, let's see. I want to talk to you guys about challenge groups and how I run my challenge groups. And I had just wrote a whole bunch of notes right here and just kind of take you through how I run my challenge groups. And the cool thing is that the new one, the Sean week one, just started. So because it's brand new, I'm having to create all the posts for that one. And so I'm like, oh, perfect timing. I can walk you guys through how I do my groups. And the reason I wanted to just go back and talk about something so simple like challenge group is because if you guys have already heard me talk or heard me mention this, and I've already mentioned it I'm making it a strong point in my Coach Basics groups that going forward, I am allowing my new coaches to be in my challenge groups, to have their guests in our challenge groups to co-host them with me, but only like in the first 3 months, first 3 times, 3-4 times that you do it. After that, I want to empower you guys more. I'm going to push you to start running your own group. So those of you that have been a coach for 4 or more months, you should already be running your own groups. You should be getting out of your comfort zone, doing, especially if it scares you, you should be running your own groups. With that being said, you guys, if you are my personally sponsored coaches, you are always welcome to be in my boot camps as challengers. I don't mind, because we're challengers first, right? We have to come first in our fitness journey, with our nutrition, with our shakes. That comes first. And so you're always welcome to be in my boot camps every single month. You just have to remind me to take you over to the next one. What I usually do is, like, for example, when the May one finished, I always close it out and I post the link to the June one. So just always remember to click on that post and then request to be added to the June one. But you're always welcome to be in there with me as challengers. And as, I think Rebecca's the one that messaged me the other day. She's like, can I be in your challenge group so I can shadow you? I'm like, yeah, girl, you can be in my challenge groups to shadow me or to just be a challenger. For sure, I don't mind that at all. But if you ask me if you can put your guests in my groups and you've already been a coach for like 4 or 5 or longer time, I'm going to say, nope, you've got to start running your own. And one of the pushbacks that I get a lot is, oh, but I only have 1 person, or I only have 2 people. Well, work harder so that the next month, do it with those 2 people, or do it with that 1 person. It's 1 person plus you, that's 2. You guys, I miss having small challenge groups. I miss being able to build those close relationships with my challengers, because now my challenge groups are so big. I actually miss that. So embrace it and enjoy it right now that your groups are smaller, because they will get bigger. And not that it gets more challenging to run, because you run them the same way, but it gets more challenging to build closer relationships, closer bonds with your challengers when you start to have so many in there. So whenever you have smaller groups, I mean, you can do so many things that you can't whenever you have bigger groups. And like I told, so now, if you tell me you only have 1 or 2 people, do it with that 1 or 2 people. The next month, you're going to push hard to get 3, right? Because our goal is to change 3 lives each month. So that's 2 plus 3. Now you have 5. And the month after that, you're going to push even harder to get 3 more. So that's 6? That's 8 people now every month. And that's why I also want to push you to start running your own. Because by pushing you to start running your own, I think it's going to motivate you to hustle harder, because you don't want a tiny group, right? It's going to push you harder to have more people in your group. So I figured, okay, let's have this call about challenge groups so that I can walk you through how I run mine. And there is no right or wrong way to run challenge groups. Some of you have heard me say this, I've never been in another challenge group. Like when I joined as a Beachbody coach, my upline didn't run groups. She never added me to a group. I had no idea what challenge groups were. Until this day, I have never been in someone else's challenge group. I just knew when I signed up in April of 2013, I was in the Fit Funky page and everyone was talking about challenge groups. I'm like, what is this challenge group? I went on YouTube, Beachbody challenge groups, and I started watching other YouTube videos from other coaches. I'm like, oh, challenge groups, I need to be running those. So you guys, in May, 1 month later, I ran my first challenge group. I had no idea what they were. I had never been in one. But I knew, because I heard enough that they were important, that that's how I was going to be able to change lives, and that's how my business is going to move forward. So I did it. Everything that I've done in my business, I've done it before I'm even ready to do it, right? I've been forced to do all these things that I'm not ready to do, but I think that's what's helped me be successful. I think that's what's helped me get where I am right now. It's just that I'm always pushed to having to do all these things that I'm not ready for. So anyways, okay, so the first thing I was going to, I wrote here in my many notes, okay, is I always have 2 groups every single month. And last week I posted a video in Team Living Fit page on how I schedule my months every single month. So if you didn't get to listen to that one, it's like 12 minutes, 15 minutes long. Go back and listen to that one, because I walk you through how I schedule my challenge groups, how I schedule my months, and like the science behind it. So I always have a free group but I schedule them so that when I always have a free group and a paid group. My paid groups right now are all access on demand Beachbody groups, right? Because all access is amazing and everybody needs to be on BOD all access. So my free group, I always try to schedule it to where whenever that group ends, I'm able to invite all those people from that free group into my paid group, but they still have enough time to then buy their challenge pack to get into the Beachbody on Demand challenge group. That's one of the reasons why I run free groups. The main reason is to give people value and to help people for free. But then another reason is to have those people experience what a challenge group is, to experience me as a coach and the community and the support and the help, so that when I invite them to the Beachbody on Demand one, they have a feel for, okay, I know what virtual groups are now. I know what more or less what to expect. And they are more likely to then join me into a paid group to make that investment. Some do, some don't, some do right away, some wait months, years, but that's not the purpose of free groups. The purpose of free groups for me is just to be able to offer value for people. So for example, ideally, but it didn't work this way this month only because of Sean Week. Ideally, I would have started the English 5 free day group yesterday on the 12th. And it would have ended on Friday the 16th. So that when my challenge group kicks off on the 26th, the Beachbody on Demand one, that gives them enough time to make their decision and then to purchase it. But it's gonna start on the 19th this month, the free one, and it's gonna end that Friday. Yeah, so they're gonna have to decide like in 2 days if they're going to join us for the on-demand one or not, because I'm starting the on-demand one on 26. Ideally, I give them more time, but because of Sean Week and then I had the Spanish group and it's just all bundled up, but whatever, it'll work out. The point is, I always have 2 groups, a free and a paid. The free one always leads into the paid one every single month for the last 4 years. That's how I've done it. This month was special because of Sean Week, so I'm running a free Spanish one, a free English one, Sean Week, and a Spanish 21-day fix one, and an on-demand one. So it's gonna be a lot of groups this month, but sometimes it just happens that way. But why do I run so many groups? Because that's how I'm able to change lives, right? Because that's how I get to Success Club 50 and above, 40 and above, is by running groups, having a deadline. I was talking to a coach the other day and I asked her, do you have a set date for your groups? Having a set date, knowing when your groups are going to start is so important. That way you can tell people, hey girl, we're starting on the 26th. Are you in? And whenever it's 5 days before the 26th, you can follow up and say, hey, just following up with you. Didn't want to leave you out. I know you're super pumped to get started on your journey. We start in 5 days. Are you in? Having that deadline puts like some pressure underneath them, friendly pressure for them to decide either yes or either no. Sometimes you just need to, the less they can think about it, the more likely they are to join. Because if you give them too much time to think about it, if you're just like, oh, my group, you can join anytime. No, you have to join by this date because you have to give it 5 days, 7 days for your things to ship or whatever. But having a deadline, I've always had a deadline for my groups, even my free groups, and they have to, get their free account before a certain amount of time. They want to be in my free group. If they don't, they miss out. But that always adds pressure to people to just have them decide. Okay, so one thing that I do for all my groups is I always open them at least 4 days before we start. So for example, Sean Week started yesterday. I opened up my Sean Week challenge group on Thursday the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 days before. And the reason I open it 4 days before, I probably need to start doing it 5 days before because I do so much to prep them, is because I want to prep my challengers, my boot campers. I think the more that we can help them prep and have videos for them and help them through their meal plan, help them figure out which category, calorie group they're going to belong to, their measurements, all of that, I think they have more ease and they have more excitement and they're more positive going into Monday. If you add people in the group, and this happens sometimes because I always have like people who the day before, I just got my challenge back and I still join, sure, whatever, I'll still add you, but that person is already going into it, what's that word, rushed, right? To rush through all the videos, rush through all the prep videos, rush to their grocery shopping, rush to their meal prepping, and they start just, I think, more just rushed and feeling scatterbrained and stressed on day one, versus if you're able to add 4 people at least 4 days before. I'll show you what I did. In Sean week. Here's a Sean week. No, it's not. Here's a Sean week. So I'm going to show you, this is a Sean week, and I know a lot of you are in here, which is cool. So those of you that are in here, I hope that you're taking, if you like something, and this is why I always say you're always welcome to be a challenger in my boot camp. If you like things or whatever I'm posting, feel free to copy and save so that you can use every month in your challenge groups. And I'm going to show you where I save all my posts, because guys, I don't have, I don't create new posts every single month. That would be way too much work. I recycle my posts and I use them every month. Now I do add new ones here and there because I do have carry-on people that stay with me from, January, February, March, which is cool. I want them to keep, carrying on over me with my challenge groups. I want to keep helping them. So I'll throw in new posts here and there. But for the majority of part, they're recycled and they're used every month, because I'm not going to sit there and create posts every single month. Heck no. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quick. If you go here in the Challenger tracker, and if you are the host, I don't know if you can do this if you're not the host, probably not. Or maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I go to all coach posts. You know what? It's probably easier just to show you. Yeah, so I have all my posts here saved on Evernote for all my groups. So this is my Spanish one, my Spanish clean eating group. I have all the posts saved in here so that every month I have them and I don't have to recreate them. Again, I'll throw in some new ones here and there. For the most part, they stay the same, because it takes a lot of work to get these organized and put somewhere. I love Evernote. The reason I love Evernote is because if you have an iPhone and a Mac, I don't know if you have something else, if it works, maybe. I have an iPhone and I have a Mac. It syncs up. So I can, the same things that are Evernote on my phone, I can access them in the laptop. If I update something on my phone in Evernote, it'll update on the laptop. So they sync together, which is cool. Also my notes. But it doesn't matter what you use, but have something where you can save your posts and you use them every single month. Let me show you Sean Week, because I didn't have anything for Sean Week. It's a brand new program. So I started one. And I'm going to be using some of the posts from my previous bootcamp groups for Sean Week, but I've really been trying to create new ones because it's so new, it's so special, people love Sean. Anyways, so here's my Thursday post one. And this one I got from the Beachbody challenge group guide. And I'll show you in a second. Each program has its challenge group guide. Challenge group guide. Yes, that's what it's called. Challenge group guide. So those of you that are like, oh, where do I post in my challenge groups? Go to the back office. There's challenge group guides for every single program. I take them. I don't use them all. And if I do use them, I try to add like my own spin to them, because they are some of them are very like, womp womp. So anyways, Thursday, week one, I always have an intro. So this is one that I got from the Sean Week challenge group guide. Beachbody put these together for us, you guys. You don't have to recreate the wheel. It doesn't have to be hard. It's so much material is already out there for you. Anyways, I try to do 3 posts per day so that I also don't overwhelm people. Especially this is prep week. This one was about what weights they're going to need. This one, it's a video that Shaun T did, and it's on his Shaun T Fitness Facebook page. I just downloaded it and I uploaded to YouTube, so I always have it, and now I saved it here in my Evernote, so that next month, my plan is to run another 4-week Shaun T Madness Bootcamp starting on the 26th of June for 4 weeks, and then having all those people then start Shift Shop. This is a video of me showing my challengers how I make Shakeology. If you're not using videos in your challenge groups, use them. If you can go live, go live. But when you go live, save the video to your camera roll before you upload it to the group. That way, you can then upload it to YouTube and recycle it. Don't make this harder for you than it has to be. Now, there are a lot of times where I go live in my groups, and I was going to talk about that too, and it's just for that group. I don't recycle it because it's like in the moment, it's just about them or about a certain holiday. But like my videos on how to make Shakeology, that's recycled. I use it every single month. Okay, something else that I borrowed this from Ashley. This has been working really well for me. It's having them sign a contract. And I can share it with you guys. If you weren't already in my bootcamp, I can share what it is. But it's a contract that they have to print and sign or write out and then email it back to me or take a picture of it. Doesn't matter how they get it back to me. They just need to get it back to me. So I borrowed this idea from Ashley. And it's just a contract that says they're going to work hard. They're going to show up every single day. And it talks about what their goals are. But I think having people actually sign a contract and then reading it, since I started doing this, and I just started doing this in January, I've seen the difference. My challengers take my challenge groups more seriously. They show up more. They work harder. Now, it's not perfect. You're always going to have people who fall off the wagon. Shoot, I fall off all the time. But I think having this contract is just very mental. Man, I'm signing a contract here. I'm signing my life away. If you don't have a contract already, I can share this in the Team Living Fit page so you can tweak it, borrow it, make your own. But I do feel like this made a big difference in my challenge groups, having them sign that contract. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to show you every single thing, but the meal prepping video. This was specifically for Sean Week, but I saved it. I didn't go live. That's one downfall of the Challenger tracker that I hope they fix soon, that you can't go live in there. Now you can do video with only 3-minute videos, which is, I guess, better than nothing like before. So I just recorded this on Zoom and I uploaded it to YouTube, and I shared it with my challengers, and I walked them through the meal plan. I also have another one where I walk people through on demand, where to find the workouts, where to find the meal programs, how they can, switch over to the modifier and have them, split the screen. I have all these videos for them so that, again, they can come Monday, they feel prepared, they feel more at ease, and don't assume that they know how to work on demand. A lot of people don't, and I like to do that because I show them, you guys, Fix It, you have a cook show. So I also show them the value of what Beachbody On Demand is, because they're making the investment. They might as well get the most of it and know how to access things and know what's all included on demand. I show them what Challenge du Jour is, and again, it's a video. I've done it live before, so if I don't have a chance to go live, I'll just post the pre-recording of one that I've done before. But if it's in a Facebook group and I can go live, I'll go live. I did it with my boot camp that started, I don't know, I had too many groups. They're but I had a boot camp group that started, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, they're on day 13. I went live and did it live with them. I showed them on demand live, even though I already have the pre-recorded video, but it's so nice to go live with your challengers, them seeing you live. I think it just adds more of a personal touch. The more you can build a relationship with your challengers, the better, because you give them more of a VIP treatment. I think if they like you more and they feel man, she really cares, she's really investing her time in this group, she's really investing her time for me, I think they are more willing to show up, and they are more willing to push hard and just give it their all. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I have this. I have a lot of videos. This is another video. Oh, this is the video, I think, of On Demand, where I walk them through what On Demand is and blah, blah, all the whatever. On Sundays, I always make sure I tell them, you need to take your measurements. Again, you think that they know, and I know it's in their guides, but just walk them through it, or I walk them through it, and I let them know to email me. And I just started this too. Since I've been in the Shift Shop coach test group, they make us take measurements and pictures every 2 weeks. And knowing that is so mental. Knowing that has pushed me harder to be more accountable, because I'm dang, in 2 weeks I'm going to have to turn in some pictures and some measurements. I better, stick to this. So I actually just did this for the Sean T one, the Sean Week, where I let them know that I'm going to want a so week 2 pictures and measurements, and of course week 4 pictures and measurements. Because I think just knowing you're going to have to take pictures, for most people, for a lot of people, it just motivates you to stay more on track. Even though I always tell my challengers, whatever, the 80-20 rule. But anyways, I just noticed that from Shift Shop. For me, I'm man, knowing that for me, it kind of put some fire under my booty. Okay, so the point is, I am saving all my posts. So here's day 1, post 1, and it's saved with the caption and with the picture, so that when I run this group again on the 26th, I already have these posts saved. I'll use most of them, but I will change 1 or 2 here and there because I know I'll have a lot of people from June 12th want to carry over with me to the June 26th, and that's perfectly fine. I want them to because I want to be able to help them. So these are just all posts that I've saved. I make most of them up. This one I just took a screenshot of the video, but a lot of them I get from Beachbody On Demand. If you guys don't follow, or Team Beachbody on Facebook, you should follow the Team Beachbody 411 page on Facebook. Follow all the trainers like Joe and Jericho from Core de Force. Autumn always posts a lot of good recipes and just motivational posts. Follow Shanti. Who else? Oh, now Chris Downing, because I get a lot of stuff from their pages. Sometimes they'll post like a motivational video or tips or a recipe. Grab it, save it, copy and paste, save it in your notes, and you forever have, and you start to add your groups for your posts. As you can tell, I need to work on tomorrow's post. So I'm going to work on a morning post, I'm going to work on an afternoon post, and I'm going to work on a night post. I always do at least 3 posts a day that are already saved. But I also I am my biggest challenger in my challenge groups. So I also do in the moment posts. Like I always share my sweaty picture in the morning. I share my Energize. I share my Shakeology. I share all or some of my meals. So I'm also sharing in the moment. I don't want to just be a robot in my challenge groups. I also want them to see I'm in the trenches with them. I'm sweating with them. I am doing this with them because we're challengers first and coaches second. Another thing that I started doing are these posts where you get them to engage. So you ask them questions. This one is like, this is going to be posted here in a second on my Sean Week one. It says, if I had to describe today's workout with a movie title, it would be, this gets people just to kind of relax. A lot of people are very nervous and very, self-conscious about being in the group and about posting. So I think if sometimes you throw something out there that doesn't necessarily have to do with working out, you'll be surprised. A lot of people who don't normally post will chime into these posts and they'll just participate or whatever. So I started doing that where I ask questions. I ask them to rate. There's my one from my bootcamp one. I've been asking them to rate their week 1, rate their day on a scale of 1 to 10 and why. So just getting them to engage, getting them to participate. Let me see. This one is my, here's one, my 3 favorite things about myself are, and I have a little, caption to go with it. I'm doing a lot of self-love. I do personal development in my boot camp. So these are our posts from You Are a Badass, because challengers, right? We need personal development. This is one, it's 3 sparkles and a wish. And this is on day 3. And I tell them it's midweek check. And I have them share 3 sparkles. So 3 positive things so far, even though they've only been on their journey 3 days, they can still find something positive in their journey, and a wish. So a wish would be a goal that they have for this group. So just posts like this. I've also seen the difference that it's made. I just started doing this also starting in January, and I've seen a difference, how it just kind of helps them relax more and helps them engage more. And you guys, these posts, these right here, the one where the cute one, creative ones, I didn't come up with these. If I had to describe today's workout, I actually shared these in the Team Living Fit page. Thank you, Melinda. Ooh, the girl's working on our summit shirts. Oh, that looks cute. Okay, stop just being distracted. Thank you, Melinda. I am very, anal about my challenge groups. I'm sure they're not the best, but I have to have 3 posts a day, 1 morning, midday, and afternoon. But remember, you guys, I've been doing this 4 years. And I'm sure that my first challenge group back in May 2013, I'm sure it probably sucked. And I'm sure, the ones after that also sucked. But you know what? I got better. Every time that I ran one, I learned from the previous one. And I got better at it. And I got better. Again, I've never been in any of them. Team Living Fit, I don't know if you know this here, but if you go to pictures, photos right here, you can do this on your phone as well. It'll show you all the posts just from photos. Anyways, I shared those not too long ago with you guys. So they're here. You see them right here? All of these are in here. I try to share everything with you guys. So that's another thing, just off subject. Always try your best to, I know sometimes I post a lot in these groups, but that's just because I see something, I'm like, oh, I gotta share this with my team. I see something else, like, oh, I gotta share this with my team. You're probably like, oh my God, if she posts one more thing. But do make it a priority at the end of the day, at least, to just kind of scroll through there really quick so you don't miss things like this. But go in there and borrow these so that you can start working on your challenge group templates, because you're going to be running your own challenge groups if you're not already, because I'm going to push you to start doing them on your own. Okay, so that is what I do. I save all of my posts on Evernote. You can use whatever works best for you. And I don't recreate them every month. I just add here and there, but I also do in the day ones. I know, and Ashley said, she's like, I don't do that. I'm like, that's weird. Like, your challengers don't ever see your workouts. They don't ever see your recipes. They don't ever see your Shakeology. She's like, no, not really. I'm like, that is just so weird, because I guess because I don't know, it's everyone runs them different. But since I told her that, she's like, I'm going to start doing that too. I just think it's important for our challengers to also see us in the trenches, and also just see us, even when you're struggling, share that. The other day, so that's one of the things I have written on here. Go live at least once a week in your challenge groups. I could probably do better at this, but going live, just share a recipe, or share them, show them your dinner, show them your lunch, or whatever. It's just in the group. I've done this 2 times already, where I am struggling on the struggle bus, and I have no motivation and no energy to work out. So what do? I go live in my boot camp groups, and I let them know, like, you guys, I do not want to work out. I do not want to do this. And I let them know, but having you guys as my audience pushes me. And I'm sitting there like sweating and looking crazy and screaming, and it's live in the group. And a few people have told me like that motivates them. And I just remind them, like, dude, I'm human too, and I struggle with you guys as well. And if you are ever struggling, come in live in here, whatever. So any opportunity you can to go live with your challenge groups, do it. This is another reason why it's so cool to run your own, because again, you can do things like that with your own boot campers. Anyways, I have the Sean week. I'm working on it. This will be a 4-week one. So every day I'm going to add post to it and save them, and I have them forever. This is the one for Spanish. This is my Coach Basic one. This is my boot camp one before Sean week. This is my all access boot camp one. It's a 4-week for all access on demand. So it's multi-program. So I talk about 21 Day Fix, Core to Force, because they have all access. They can choose whatever program they have. This is a 4-week one this is for my Spanish. I don't know why this too repeated itself. So weird. This is my Spanish Coach Basics. This is my Spanish 21 Day Fix. This is my backstage sneak peek. Whenever, every month when I do the sneak peek into coaching, I have these posts already. So if you see here, this is my English. They repeated again too. Weird. This is my English 5-day 5-day clean eating group. All the posts, all the grocery lists, all the workouts already saved, because I've been doing these for so long. So if you don't already do this, make sure you start doing this. Save your posts, so that I think this takes the pressure off. If you're thinking, man, I have to think of new things every single month. No, you don't. Just save them, reuse them, add a good new one here and there. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is Buffer. So Buffer is where is it? I was using it right before our call. Oh, did I X out of it? Here it is. Buffer. It's Buffer. There's a free version, but I think the free version only allows you to, 2 or 3 groups. I have the paid version, which is $10 a month. So worth it. This is a lifesaver. So this allows you to pre-schedule your posts in your groups. So I'll show you here. I was actually working. I have the Spanish 5-day free cleaning group one that started on Monday. You see here, it has the 5 a.m. post. It's scheduled. It's at 5:02 tomorrow morning. This post will go out into the group. I will probably still be asleep. But I have challengers in there that need to get to work by 7 a.m. They need to work out early. I'm not going to wake up at 5 to post their workout. It's scheduled for them. And I have the whole day scheduled. This post will go out at 5:40. This post will go out at 9:20. This post will go out at 12:30. This is their meal plan for day 4. I schedule them ahead of time. I usually do that for all my boot camps. Now, here's the thing though, you guys, you have to be careful. Don't become a robot in your groups. I've heard from a lot of coaches that once they start to schedule their posts, they kind of forget about their groups because they're like, whatever, like the posts are getting taken care of. I do my best that even though these posts are being pre-scheduled, all day I'm interacting with my challengers. I am good job. I am way to go, girl. I am answering questions because I don't want to become a robot. I want them to know that I am a real person and I am there helping them. And it is me and I am there, but this helps so much, especially whenever you run about 5-6 groups a month. You start to go crazy and you start to like, did I schedule that one? Did I already post in that group? This is a lifesaver for me. And this was also a lifesaver when I was a teacher, because it was hard to schedule when I was teaching during the day and just whatever, things got crazy. So if you don't already use this, I highly, highly recommend it, but just keep in mind, don't become a robot in your groups. Stay present in there, stay commenting, whatever. And then that's why I also do my in the day posts, because I want my challengers to know that, hey, it's me. She is there. She's not a robot. And it does say, if you pay close attention, if you guys are in my challenge groups, it'll say the post and in tiny letters, it'll say via Buffer or something like that. If you don't know how to use Buffer, go to YouTube and just search how to use Buffer. It's really easy. It's also phone friendly, so you can access it on your phone and on the website. What else? Challengers of the week, I do that as well. From the Challenger app, the people who post, who log in their workout 7 days a week and log in their shake 7 days a week. If I have more than one, like last week, I think I had like 4, I put their names in the drawing and I draw out a challenger of the week. Like last week it was Wendy and I shouted her out in the challenge group. I shouted her out on my page. But this just helps new challengers feel motivated to keep going. I haven't done this in a while just because I've been really scatterbrained with my groups. And this is why, again, I miss having less groups and smaller groups. But I love to do weekly challenges, like fun weekly challenges, not just if they log their workout in their shake. So week 1, usually I'll do like everyone who posts a 15-second video today of your favorite move. At the end of the 7 days, whoever did it for the 7 consecutive days, I put them in a drawing and I send them a free gift. And it doesn't have to break the bank. It could be energized packets. It can just be a handwritten card. You bragging on them, that just goes such a long ways. Like it doesn't have to be anything, super extravagant. Week 2, I used to do everybody who shares their Shakeology recipe, but they have to do it for 7 consecutive days. Week 3, I don't know, you can do whatever. I think I've done a food journal. Everybody who submits a food journal at the end of the day, again, they win a prize. Or you can do, there's so many things you can do. You can even do things that are not even fitness related, like share your shoes or share your workout area. I don't know, I'm not really creative, but I've heard of the people and they share what they do in their challenge groups. I'm like, oh my God, you are super creative. But again, these are your groups. You can do whatever you want in there, whatever you feel like, man, this would be fun. Or get on Pinterest, get on Google, get on YouTube and research, fun things to do in your challenge groups, because there's so many coaches and the network has been around almost 10 years, but there's so many ideas out there that you can implement in your challenge groups. I love doing contests. I think I'm very motivated that way. And I think if I was in a challenge group and they'd had those, I'd be all on them. And it's just fun. It's a fun way to have people show up. What? Most welcome. Okay, I'm just reading my notes here, guys. Recycle your post. Oh, that's something else that I started doing that has been really helpful. Every Sunday, or been trying to do it, on Sundays, I give them the meal plan of the week. I don't create these myself. I go on Pinterest. Pinterest has tons of meal plans from other coaches created already. Again, we don't, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can make your own if you have the time, and you want to be, extra nice for your challengers. I don't have the time, so I go to Pinterest. I find a weekly meal plan and if it has recipes, I make sure I also share those recipes with them. And I say, this is your meal plan for the week. And it's a guideline. They can tweak it, whatever, and make it their own. But it's something for them to have, because we know that most people struggle with nutrition. Most people struggle with knowing what to eat, staying on track with their meals. So I think this has been helpful as well, is giving them a meal plan, just at least a guideline for them to have. And I do this. I try to do this every Sunday, meal prep Sunday or whatever. That's something else. Okay, this is something I was going to share because I know I've heard this from a few of you, and it's happened to me before, and it probably still happens. Sometimes you will have challenge groups that you hear crickets, right? Like no one's commenting, no one is participating. So something that I've done in the past, especially in the 5-day free group, is in that first post where all they have to do is say their name, where they're from, the introduction post. What I'll do a lot of times, and I won't tell them I'm going to do this, everybody who introduces themselves, I put all their names in the drawing, and I do a drawing for a free Energize packet or whatever I want to do. And this sets the tone because I'm like, hey, you guys, I know I didn't tell you, but I did a drawing based on participation on the introduction post. Everybody who whatever introduce themselves, I put your name in the drawing, and this is the winner. Yeah, and I make it a huge deal. And I let them know, like, going forward, the next 5 days, I might do more giveaways. I might not. You never know. But participate, because if I do, you want to make sure you're participating. This has helped a lot because it sets the tone. People are very driven with free prizes. Like, you'd be surprised. It can be literally anything, and people would just, and they don't even know what it's going to be. But hey, free prizes, it's a free group. You can do this in your paid groups too. It doesn't have to be in the 5-day free groups or whatever. But just setting that tone and setting that, hey, if you participate, you might get rewarded kind of thing. I've done that in the past, and it's helped a lot. And then sometimes I'll do another one the next day. Sometimes I wait 3 days. Sometimes I wait 4 days. Because like I told them, I don't know. I might do one more. I might not do any more. But I think it's just them like, man, is she going to do one? Is she not? I better participate either way. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. The last thing I was going to show you is where to find those challenge group guides. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. So I'm here in my back office. I'm gonna go home. Okay, so if you go here to your home, use your home office, you go to sales and marketing. You go to challenge group, just kidding, hold on. Sales and marketing, challenge group tools. And if you haven't already gotten lost back here, get lost back here, like explore all the tabs. This is the only way you're going to find things and learn things. And there's so much value in our back office. It's ridiculous. If you go under here under news and training, there's training on how to get to Emerald, how to get to Diamond. There is just so much training on the leadership ladder. And if you haven't invested time in it, you should, especially if you're super serious about this business. Anyways, I digress. Right here, challenge group guides. Boom. You click again, view all challenge group guides. And here are all the challenge group guides for every single program we have on Beachbody, for Beachbody. Oh, UV2, Turbo Fire, Turbo Jam, Hammer and Chisel. So if you're doing a specific challenge group like 21 Day Fix, here's the 21 Day Fix challenge group guide. Here's the one for 21 Day Fix Extreme. If you're doing on demand and it's multi-program, then it's just use this one right here. It says multi-program guide. You click on there and it gives you a post for every day. Again, I use these, but I tweak them. I make them a little bit more, but they're pretty good. Like here's this one. And it tells you here's week 0. So this is what you would post your pre-week whenever you're prepping people and getting people ready. This is your day 1 where they introduce themselves, and it even has pictures to go with them. You just copy and paste them. Here's another one. Here's this one. There's also videos. I love that they started doing videos. If you choose a specific one like 21 Day Fix Extreme, Insanity Max 30, it's videos from the trainers, which I think is really cool, where they're giving tips. They're giving tips on how, whatever, their nutrition or how to do certain forms. But they're all back here, you guys. If you didn't know that, they're back there, so you can start working on those documents to save for your challenge groups. Okay, I think that is all that I have. That's all I do in my groups. I don't do anything special. One thing I'm going to start implementing is, I got this idea from Carla, check-in. I'm going to have them start checking in not every Sunday, but I might do every Sunday. Like the first Sunday is just a non-scale victory check-in. Second Sunday, it's an actual check-in. Third Sunday would be another non-scale victory check-in. And then the fourth Sunday would be another actual check-in or whatever. But I do like that as well. The rate your day or the rate your week, that has been huge in in my groups since I started implementing that. The contract has been huge since I started implementing it. Of course, doing challengers of the week is always motivating and helpful. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? I think I have it all. I think I went everything. I just had, oops, these are my notes, you guys. Look how scattered that is. Whoopsies. No questions, Sulema. Oh, Shirley. So for your video clips from Sean, yep, I stole them. Do you guys know how to steal videos from other pages? It's illegal, so I'm not gonna show you. I'm just kidding, I don't know if it's illegal. Zulema, I started to do Zoom calls with my challengers, but it's just so hard to schedule a time that works for everybody. So I do live instead. And that way the people who can tune in, and then the people who can just watch the recording. So I know Ashley does them, Zoom calls, and she loves doing them. I just do a live. Adriana asked, for my paid group, what specific program do you have them do? So I always recommend all my challengers start with 21 Day Fix Extreme. If they've already started with if they've already done 21 Day Fix Extreme, then we talk about their goals, their level, their how much time they have to work out. So I just take all that in consideration, then I kind of help them narrow it down to like 2 or 3 workouts for them to choose from. But I always, if they've never done 21 Day Fix Extreme, I always have them start with that one. But now, like for example, Shift Shop is coming out in July, and I'm gonna have everybody start doing Shift Shop. And like Sean Week came out, whatever, this week, I had them all start doing Sean Week. So whenever it's like a new program, then I lead them to do that one. If it's not, then just 21 Day Fix Extreme. Okay, I'm going to show you guys really quick how to steal videos. It's not stealing. How to borrow videos from. So I'm on scatterbrain. I have all these tabs open. I'm going to go to my Facebook. Okay, just really quick. It's super easy. You can do this in groups and pages. The only thing is be careful. So for example, I wouldn't go to Chalene Johnson's page or anybody's page and take their video and then upload it to my Facebook, because sometimes Facebook will say, this is not your video and you are whatever, all those copyrights, whatever things. So what I usually do when I do this, I just upload them into YouTube and then share them like within our teams or just in my private challenge groups. Like, I think it's fine. Their pages are public anyways. But the reason I've been downloading them and uploading to YouTube is because the Challenger app is boo-boo. And I hate whenever like you copy the link and it just has the link and it doesn't have the video. Like, I'm very weird with my challenge groups. I want them to have the video, like see the video in there. But if it's just in Facebook, then I'll just share it from Shanti's page into my challenge group, because it's easy to do that way. But because of the Challenger app. Okay, anyway, so I'm here in Shanti's Facebook. You click on videos. You go up here to, what is this called? The URL thing. And what you do is, you take off www. You just put an M. So now it's m.facebook. Instead of www.facebook, it's m.facebook. You hit enter. Did it do it? No, here it goes. Okay, so now you see how I brought up all the videos? So what you do is you hit play.
So I wanted to film this video for you.
You right click, download video as, and then I put here Sean T Day 2. And I hit, this is in the way. Save. And it saves it. You just wait up here, wait until your computer says downloaded, and it'll save wherever you saved it. I saved mine on my desktops. So if I show you my desktop, don't get scared, it's right here. This is the video that I just downloaded.
So I wanted to film this video for you.
And then you go to your YouTube and you upload it to your YouTube. and then you have it to share in your challenge groups, in your Challenger app. Again, if it's a Facebook group, I would have just shared that. But because the Challenger app, it does need a lot of updates. They're getting better. Like Shaun T, I usually have my challenge groups in the app and in Facebook groups, but Shaun Week came so fast. I was having all these groups. I decided to just do it in the Challenger app. Where's my Challenger app? I'll show you what I mean. Why I'm picky with making sure my videos save to YouTube and then share them here. I don't know, where's one? Here. So see, if I do it this way, my video is so nice and you can see that it's Shaun T's face. All they have to do is click play. If I would have shared his link from his Facebook in here, it would have just been a dumb link. I don't like that. I need the video. So that's how I do it. Yeah, it's easier. If you have a Facebook group, you don't have to download and all that. You just share over. If you're in a group, like I'm in, when I was, in the Champions group, and sometimes the people go live, that's how you download live videos to your computer, and then you upload them to YouTube, and then you can share those. If you're in a Facebook group. You're welcome. No, Sulema, for my free groups, I don't use Beachbody On Demand workouts. I just use workouts that I find on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you search Shaun T workouts, you'll see a lot of workouts that Shaun T's done, like on Dr. Oz, some of his live workouts. Those are the ones that I use in my challenge group. The same thing, look for Autumn Calabrese workouts. She's done a lot of workouts also on other TV shows and on that Pop Sugar, whatever. I have Tony Horton workouts in there. These are the ones that I get from YouTube, not from On Demand. Any other questions, you guys? Good? Yay! Okay. Oh, I'm sweating so much. Cool. Okay, so from now going forward, everyone's going to be running your own group unless you're new. Like if you're brand sticking new, don't worry. Like you can still, have your guests in my groups for 3-4 months or whatever. But after that, I'm going to start just pushing everybody to run their own. All right, you guys, let's take a picture. And then we can call it a night. Hope that was helpful. Let me move this. Everybody look pretty. Okay, ready? I'm doing it on snaps. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay, thanks so much, you guys, for being on the call. Hope that was helpful. Hey, Cindy. And I will talk to you guys soon. Adios.